Hello and welcome to Dawn Chorus Writes. Hi, I'm Dawn and I write Miraculous Ladybug, a fanfiction and audio fiction. And this is a special lyrical one-shot inspired by the beautiful art in the thumbnail by Gretta Gaebler in Tumblr. So make sure all the links to her descriptions are below. Make sure you give her some love, and it's also a special one to say thank you very much. I've hit 600 plus, and thank you for all the love and support. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Press that subscribe button so you don't miss out on other one shots and mini-series and other series, and smash that like button and comment down below of what you think and what you any recommendations for other lyrical one shots. So I hope you enjoy. Bye. Kiss Me. Noir's POV. The sun was in the perfect position in the sky, taking its final bow before it gave way to the stars as they took over for the night's entertainment. But to show off one last time, it washed the horizon with a blend of watercolors, transcending from a deep blue through the rainbow to pink and highlights of gold. It was one of those sunsets that gave a sense of peace and clarity Shat had been searching for. It was almost begging him to speak his heart to Ladybug. He had been back in Paris for a year now, taking the time away after his father. No, that would not dominate his thoughts this evening. He had made his presence known. If she was still in the city, she would seek him out. And it had worked. After setting up a routine of patrolling the streets, much to the delight of the residents, seeing him out and about again, she had found him. His lady was suddenly standing in front of him. From that moment, he knew his love for her hadn't gone or disappeared, but it had shifted, changed to something deeper. Oh, how much he had missed her. They had arranged to meet up once a month to reach out, but that had soon developed into once a week. They would walk, talk, and now he was sure she was returning some of his feelings in the slight gestures that no one would pick up on but him. As she held his gaze, her touch, her voice, but he needed to know for sure. This evening, he was gonna tell her, and hoped he was right. He lay back on the cold iron, the last of the sun's heat warming up his black leather suit, and felt his lady touch down on the Eiffel Tower. Kissy, what are you doing down there? There was a soft chuckle in her voice that made his heart sing. He squinted his eyes open to her leaning over him, half her face in shadow, and yet he could still make out a smile that she was trying to bite back but failing. She was adorable. Settle down with me. He patted to a spot beside him. Instead, she sat behind him and gazed out in front of her. Wow, it's stunning tonight. And to think this morning the sky had been filled with dark, menacing clouds, threatening all day to unleash a downpour. Yeah, lying here with the sun soaking into my aching bones, it's nice. Join me. Cover me up in your arms and cuddle me in. He raised his eyebrows at her. Yes, he would confess his love for real, but there was a temptation to play a little first, to test the water first before diving in. With a chuckle in her voice, Kitty, always the flirt. You haven't changed, have you? He felt her fingers stroke through his hair, twirling it around. This was new, and oh, how much he liked it. My lady, lie down with me and hold me in your arms, he breathed. Kitty, What has brought this on? I can't tell if you're being serious right now. Her fingers moved from his hair and delicately touched his temple and slid down to his cheek as she glanced down at him. He took a deep breath, closing his eyes. Does he speak his thoughts and take the risk? And my heart against my chest, your lips pressed to my neck. I'm falling for your eyes, but they don't know me yet, with a feeling that I'll never forget. I'm in love with you now. He kept his eyes closed, fearing the look of rejection that he had seen so many times. Her other hand came up and mirrored that of the first, stroking and cupping the sides of his face. Kitty, do you mean it? I thought you might have moved on from me, and yet it took you leaving for me to realize. She couldn't finish the sentence, not yet. His eyes shot open, staring at her, trying to read her thoughts. Could it possibly be true? Kiss me, like you want to be loved, he whispered. She leaned in a little closer. What do you mean, like you want to be loved? Exactly that. You want to be loved by me. That this finally feels like we're falling in love. The playfulness had disappeared. This was the time to speak his heart. Do you think we're falling in love? She lifted his head up and placed it on her lap. His heart was racing, not quite believing what was happening. We're falling in love, Bugaboo. Now all I ask is that you settle down with me, and I promise I'll be your safety, if you'll be my lady. It was as if time itself had stopped the moment her lips had touched his. He reached up and ran his hand through her hair, using the touch to anchor himself into the moment. He never wanted this to end. She broke away, and he let his hand drop. The golden light blended in with the rosy blush on her cheeks, and knew he had the same on his. Her eyes glistened, brimming with emotions, but words were scarce. Shat rose and saw Ladybug shiver slightly. He leant back against one of the poles and opened his arms. I was made to keep your body warm, he grinned. I don't normally feel it, but I'm suddenly cold as the wind blows. So, do you think you could hold me in your arms? It was her turn to give him a cheeky smile. She rested her head on his chest and wrapped her arms around him. He knew she could hear his heart pounding in his chest. There was no way he could hide his feelings towards her. My heart against your chest, your lips pressed to my neck. I'm falling for your eyes, but they don't know me yet. And with this feeling, I'll forget. I'm falling in love now. Milady? He arched his head down, gazing into her eyes. So, kiss me, like you want to be loved. Really? You want to be loved by me? Do you want to be loved? Because this feels like falling in love. I'm falling in love with you. She reached up and cupped his face. Her eyes glistened and held a hint of fear at the next step. Shat, I love you. That was it. That was all he ever wanted to hear. I love you too, my lady. He breathed onto her skin as he kissed her with a passion he had felt building up over the years, and when she kissed him back, the world made sense again. Kitty, I never thought I'd see you again. The day you left broke me. And that's when I realized how much you had meant to me and how foolish I had been. But then you came back. I told you. That night I said goodbye. I would return, but it was difficult. I've been feeling everything, from hate to love, from love to lust, and then from lust to truth. I guess that's how I know it will only ever be you. So I hold you close to help you give it up, the pain. I'm here now, and I will never let you leave me again. I can't believe this is real, that it is happening. So, kiss me, that you want to be loved, that you only ever want to be loved by me. She brushed her lips against his in a teasing manner. You want to be loved by me? He let out a cheeky laugh, wrapping his arms tighter around her. This feels like we're falling in love. He sighed happily into her ear before brushing his lips against her neck. She isn't the only one who can tease. I'm falling in love with you. We're falling in love, he corrected her as she leaned in against him and watched the last of the golden light disappear behind the cityscape and waited for the stars. Thank you for listening to Kiss Me. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for all the love and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, just press that subscribe button now, and it helps me out tons and it shows the love. And yeah, smash the like button and comment down below what you think of it, and if you have any recommendations for other lyrical one-shots. Okay, and I will see you next time. Bye.